Throne and Liberty, the next big MMORPG that was supposed to take the throne of every other MMORPG and become the game, was a massive disappointment to players. They received a lot of backlash when they released their beta, and the game was just very awful. The core of the game, the combat, monetization, a lot of stuff was just a big turnoff, and there was a lot of complaining, and that led to NCSoft saying, yo, we're not releasing the game yet. So they went quiet, they made some changes, they came up with some news, and my question is it enough? Is this savable? Let's find out. So Throne and Liberty, that is getting published by Amazon Games in the Western audience, is being again developed by NCSoft, and this game was supposed to be the big thing, right? They were supposed to take over the MMORPG. We've been waiting for a good MMORPG, and this was supposed to be it, because this game, not only is it out for PC, console, but also be able to stream on mobile, so all devices. And it was made with Unreal Engine 5, so they had some crazy amazing features, this massive PvP guild battles, weather changes that changed the environment, you could fly everywhere, you could explore a massive world with no loading screens. Everything looked very good, everything looked very exciting. But when the beta came out, what a lot of people quickly realized was that this is terrible, because not only is the game, the core of the game, the gameplay, the combat was absolutely terrible. You couldn't move while attacking, and not only that, because there's a lot of games where you can't move while attack, and they somehow work out. But in this game, if somebody just ran away from you, you couldn't do anything. They could just escape from you by just running away in a straight line. So the combat was absolutely horrendous. There was autoplay, auto combat. So basically, they wanted you to just leave your character, let it play just like a mobile game by itself. And the progression was very awful. It was very slow, grindy progression with autoplay, with a lot of repetitive stuff, which was horrendous. And there was monetization, basically mobile monetization on this game. You could pay for better rewards, offline autoplay monetization, a lot of monetization taken for mobile games. So again, massive backlash. They delayed the game, and recently they came out with some news about the game, and they are saying that they listened to the feedback, and they have decided that they're gonna revamp the combat. They're gonna revamp the progression and the grinding in this game, and they're gonna revamp the autoplay, apparently remove the autoplay. So that's what they're saying, right? But what we do not know, because this is just from the developers, and through some Q&A that they have come out and they said this, they haven't shown us anything. Okay, they haven't shown us the gameplay, if they changed it. They haven't shown what they've changed, or they're just saying they listened to the feedback and they're gonna delay the release and they made some changes. Now this is very important, okay, because there are two things that makes me think that yes, they might have changed something, but it's not enough, because the Eastern release, the Eastern version of the game that's coming out in Korea first before global launch, is already releasing this year. So my question is, if they're making all these massive changes, right? Because this is the core of the game. We're talking about the core of the game, like the combat, the game, like straight up the core. They have to make a massive change. They're already ready to release it at the end of the year. My question is, that is way too early to make all these massive changes that you want to do, because they're releasing the global launch next year, early next year probably, and that makes more sense because then you have a lot of time to make those changes. But if they're releasing the Korean version, we're gonna get the same version. The game they're releasing in Korea is the same game they're going to be releasing for us when it comes out globally. So we'll have to see what the changes are in Korea. But I really hope them just saying and talking about making the changes, they actually do it, because this game is, I'm gonna be honest, if you remove all those bad things, which is a lot, the game overall is phenomenal. Okay, it's everything that you're looking for in an MMORPG. You have these massive battles, you have this massive world to explore. The game looks very good because it is Unreal Engine 5. The graphics, the quality, the monsters, the whole world, it just looks perfect. But there's just so many things that are bad. But let's talk about like the game releasing, right? So we're gonna have a release in Korea, but they're also doing a closed NDA signed technical test for Western region, US players to be more specific, and you can sign up already on their website for this test. Obviously you won't be able to say or talk about this game or anything at all, so we still won't know until they have like a beta, closed beta without NDA. But if you want to test out the game, you guys can do that. Now my main concerns is they talked about like changing the combat, which is good, because for me, I need to feel immersed in the combat. You cannot be full on non-movement while attacking. So what they're saying is there's going to be some skills where you can move while attacking and some skills where you can, which is good. You know, I like yeah, it has to be some kind of balance, which is fine, because obviously they don't have time to change everything. But if they do change it and you can move while attacking on some skills and you can move on some skills, it's fine for me. You know, at least they made some changes. As long as I can chase a guy that's running away from me in the straight line and finish him off, you know, that's already progress. So that is good. Changing and removing the auto combat, I think, is very important. I'm fine with like having some kind of auto in the game, like for daily quests or something. That is completely fine. But just having the whole gameplay for you, having all the quests done for you, having dungeons, raids, all that stuff done for you, I do not like. If they're gonna add auto, they should only have auto during daily quests once you reach max level, in my opinion. So hopefully they'll do some good changes to that. Again, not high hopes for autoplay generally. I'm glad they're changing the progression and removing repetitive quests. I don't care, like I'm a grinder. Like when I play MMO, I'm ready to sit down for hours and hours and hours and level up, because the most fun you get in an MMO, in my opinion, is the leveling up experience. And of course end game, you know, is also fun, but the whole just leveling up, you know, getting the better and better gear, gearing up and seeing your character go from the level 1 noob to this Chad level 60, it's a really fun experience. So what I'm really hoping is, as they said, they're removing the repetitive quests, which is great, and I don't mind if it's grindy, but they're talked about like removing like the grindiness of it too, which is also, you know, it's also good, you know, for more casual players. Now my main concern is the monetization, okay? Because at the end of the day, even if they do change the combat, let's say the combat is amazing, it feels good, they did a great job, they completely revamped the system, we have a great time playing, right? They changed the questing, they changed the auto questing, great. But if this game is pay to win, you get in there like before, you can pay to win, better rewards from quests, you can do offline monetization, autoplay, like the game will play for you while you're not even there. And a lot of like microtransactions for like gems or gear or upgrades and stuff. If this game has that, this game will not last, no matter how good your game is or how great your game is. It could be like the 10 out of 10 games. If it does have mobile monetization, this game will not last. We have proof of this. Like, I don't understand. We have proof of this already. You can look at all the other MMOs that went the pay to win route. What happened to them? They went straight down. It happens to all games. When the gap becomes bigger between pay to win players and normal players, people quit. People don't want to play. Even the whales, eventually they give up. They don't want to pay to win anymore, right? They want to spend hundreds of dollars every time. So if they do not change the monetization, if they do not make it less mobile monetization, no matter what changes they do, it's not going to be enough. So what I really hope to see is combat is very important. So I really hope they do say they do mean what they say, that they're making changes to the combat, making it more fluid, making it more immersive and more dynamic. So hopefully they do, because that will save a lot of the game. and they make changes to the autoplay, and they make changes to the monetization, because these three things are very important. It's not enough with just doing one of those things. You have to do all three things, and when they do that, I think this game will be the game. And most likely, I'm gonna be I'm a realist, okay? Most likely when it launches globally, you know, they're not gonna have all these three changes done. It's the reality of it, okay? There's a very slim chance that they will change all those three massive things, because at the end of the day, dev investors, they want to make money. They lost a lot of money when people found out that the game was really bad. So they want to make money, so they're gonna add monetization and stuff most likely to the game. But I'm gonna be checking the game out, Throne of Liberty, definitely, because the world looks massive, it looks beautiful, the game looks good, and they're making the small changes that I want to see. But most likely it's not gonna last. It's not enough, even though I hope it will be enough. So we'll just have to see, okay? So stay tuned on the Amazon site. Let me know what you guys think. Will this be enough if they make little changes to the combat, the autoplay? Will it be enough for you, or do you also need it to be less pay to win? But that is it for Throne of Liberty. Again, if you're from the US, you can sign up for the preview. Just so I'll keep you guys updated on Throne and Liberty. Give me a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, check out this video right here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.